Hello everybody, and welcome back to another Puni Puni video. I have not uploaded on the channel for a while, but that's going to get its own explanation video at some point. Maybe I'll mention it in the new event video, but this will be a video that I make for, not necessarily for you guys that already play Puni Puni, but I will make a video on introducing people to Puni Puni. A lot of people tend to get into the game when there's some big collab and stuff like that, and the game's pretty fun. It does have its flaws, it does have its burnout, but what it does also have is it has its ups, it has its good parts. It's still, in my opinion, one of the better gacha games on the market, especially on the JP side, which is a very saturated market full of very competitive games that have a lot of features that are unique. Puni Puni still manages to stand out. So, other than, of course, the Yo-Kai Watch IP, who, like, you can just see from here, it's a very interesting IP, full of all sorts of characters, with varying degrees of personality, of epicness, of coolness, creepiness, and so on and so forth. It has a lot of collabs. Like, let's just go over my box and show you guys what kind of collabs this game has. We've got a dude from Kamen Rider, whose name I don't know. We've got, Hello Kitty mixed with a Yo-Kai Watch character. Pretty cool. We've got, my box isn't complete. It's far from it, actually. More Kamen Rider. We've got some ARMS stuff, I think. There's a ton of different IPs that went into this game. I don't know where this guy's from, but he's definitely a collab. He's from a shonen event, for just general shonen manga, paraphernalia, and stuff like that. We've got more Kamen Rider, there's been collabs with Final Fantasy, there's been collabs with so many different things. We got some Detective Conan stuff over here. It's a very wide game full of different things from different IPs, and, well, the Yo-Kai Watch IP has plenty to take from. There are hundreds upon hundreds, probably over 1,000 yokai by now, even though this IP of monster collecting stuff is significantly younger than Pokemon. They didn't go slowly, and now there's probably more yokai out there than there is Pokemon. Of course, yokai does have a lot of kind of recolors and rebrandings of yokai, and, like, you know, different forms of a same yokai, like this guy and this guy are different yokai, so you can kind of get an idea why there's more yokai than Pokemon. And it's a very fun game. Let me just go over the gameplay a little bit. This will be probably introducing you guys to the beginner guide for the game that I'm going to be pushing out through a series of videos. And if you guys come from my Dokkan Battle channel, you'll know the format I use for those guides. It's going to be a very fun series that pretty much everybody will enjoy, not just the people that are new to Puni. So, how's the gameplay of Puni Puni? Well, it is a match 3 type of game, although you don't just match 3, and it is live action time-based instead of being turn-based, like a lot of gacha RPGs are. So, as you can see, the enemy has a timer. After the timer goes to 0, they attack you, and they deal damage. You have a certain amount of HP. You have a field of Puni, and you can link them to make bigger ones, and pop them to deal damage. Now, something that is very interesting and probably unique to this game is, unlike other match games, if the matches you want to get aren't that good, for example, there's these yellow cats right here that I want to unite, I can just pop some size 1 Puni and deal some damage, and boom, they're all grouped up, and now I can link them. It's a very interesting mechanic, and it honestly makes this game quite unique. So as you can see, there's a bar at the bottom that fills up. That is the fever time gauge. And once the fever time gauge is full, you can go into fever time, which stops the clock. And, well, let's just show it off to show you guys what it does. Let's hope we don't die, although I have enough money not to care. Because this is a regular stage, you can continue using money. And boom, we're in fever, and as you can see, now our damage isn't being dealt, it's being tallied. There's also ultimates. Each of your yokai have super attacks, basically. This one boosts attack and makes some Puni on the field bigger. This one deals damage, lets you tap anywhere on the field and make one specific Puni bigger. This guy, for 10 seconds, will make your gauges go up faster, and so on and so forth. There's so many different types of ultimates, which is what we call them, there's G's Ultimates, there's a lot of different mechanics to this game. So if you want a game that's just fun to play on a, your own time, casually, but also can be fairly competitive, this is the game for you. I definitely feel like you should try this. Now, if the gameplay attracted you, if the IP attracted you, well, this is gonna make you go crazy. How much free currency do you get in your gacha games? Probably a lot, but is it this much? So, let me look at the gacha right now. I took a break from the game, so my pile of points is very small. It costs 4.5 thousand points to get points. Now, look at pro player Robbett over here, who has been doing this game for a while, and he grinds a lot, he does a lot of stuff, and he's mostly free to play. He only spends on small packages whenever he needs to. Look at his Y point count. That's thousands of summons. How much do you think he saved? How much do you think he saves every event? He doesn't. He spends hundreds of summons in every single event, and still has thousands in the backlog. Do you want a gacha game where you can just clear some stages over and over and get premium currency over and over? And this is the premium currency you buy with money. Let me say that I'm 20 years old, and yep, this is the currency you buy with money. 4.6k for 39,000 for 3,900 yen. That's $40, and you can grind that in, hear me out, an hour. An hour per multi, forever. No first stage clear bullshit. No mission bullshit. No login bullshit. Just straight up, play the game, get currency. The fun in gacha games is collecting the characters. And when you get so many freaking summons, it's very realistic for a free-to-play player to get every single character in the game. Well, most of them. There's a few little iffy things about the game that I will go over, but most characters in the game, I would say 95% to 99%, only a very small amount of characters aren't available this way. All these characters are obtainable for free by just playing the game a lot. So if you want a game that's fun to play, casually or competitively, and that rewards you for your time, this is the game for you. If you're looking for a game where you can just log in and get stuff, this might not be the game for you. But if you're looking for a game in which you actually play, and you get a lot of stuff for the work you put in, this might be the game for you. While I'm talking about the next features of the game, I'm gonna just be doing some coin summons. They are basically tickets, so that you guys can see some of the summon animations in the game. They're pretty rudimentary. The game isn't all about summon animation. It's a pretty fun game either way. So, how much content does this game have? It has hundreds of stages in the story mode, and it has events coming every 2 weeks. There are different types of events. If you've played games like Dragalia Lost, who has events like furniture events, defense events, and stuff like that, that just loop, and you kind of get what the event is about if you just know what it is. Like, hey, it's a defense event. Oh, I played the defense event before, so I basically know how it works. Same thing here. There's different types of events, and they all work in a unique way, and now once you know the type of event, you know how to play it. There's new yokai coming out every 2 weeks. There's about a collab every 2 months. They've been very consistent about that. Our last collab was, I believe, Kamen Rider? I think? Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but I think it was Kamen Rider. And we've had Hello Kitty in recent time as well. One of our coolest collabs is 7 Deadly Sins. I really hope it comes back. Please, 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 NHN, bring it back. Bring it back. I will wail. Please. So, yeah. There's a lot of reasons to be playing this game. There's a few reasons not to play this game as well, but we'll go over those. Will we go over those in a special video? Yeah, we'll go over those in a special video. Just know that they're not exactly game-breaking. I mean, the reason I took a break from this game was because of burnout, because of other games, real life, and stuff like that getting in the way, and I really didn't like the game as much. But now that I'm kind of treating it a little bit less casually, a little bit more casually, and I've got less games to deal with, and less real life stuff to deal with, yeah, the game's great. Game's great. Try it. So, of course, if you want to try out Puni Puni, I will have beginner guides up for this game as soon as possible. Make sure to wait for those. Other than maybe an event review when the next event drops, I will be working day and night on those and hopefully pushing them out as fast as possible. So, if you want to learn more about the game, in the description and in the pinned comment this time, there will be a link to the Puni Puni Discord. Make sure to join it. Oh, and there will also be a link to Springdale Data Sciences, Robbett's channel about Puni Puni. It's a channel where he covers pretty much every event, completely completes the event. It doesn't have as much content as my channel will, like based on just general game stuff, but he does cover events perfectly, and if you want to know how to be good in an event, you basically need to watch his content. He's a great guy. By the way, Robbett, if you watch this video, drop a comment, okay? So yeah, make sure to go into the description and look those up, and make sure to watch a video in the end cards about Puni Puni. Why not? Let's bring this channel back, okay? Only Puni Puni from now on. See you guys in the next video. Peace. Oh, play the game, by the way.